Hello, everybody. Guess who? I'm back. Like a bad penny, I'm turning up, but you don't have to worry about them pretty soon because Elon's going to throw them all away. Nobody's going to have pennies anymore. We don't have them in Canada either, so it's no biggie. This just came in this afternoon. I laughed my ass off. This just in. Tucker Carlson's kid, Buckley, is now going to be Shady Pants' new deputy press secretary. It's not who you know. But you know what? In order for him to get into media and stuff like that, he had to go to a good school. Guess who got him into that school? Hunter Biden. He called Hunter Biden and asked to put in a good word for his kid. And Hunter did. There's that. I'm going to go through some stuff that's going on, and it changes by the friggin' hour, especially the stuff that they just put out in the last, 24 hours. But I've got to backtrack a bit. So I just want to say, like, everything we told you about Project 2025 is coming true. You voted for American Putin to bring back the economy that you said Biden effed up. Well, the final January 2025 sentiment index decreased 3 months in a row now. As soon as they found out that Trump was getting in, and since November, when manufacturing hopes were still kind of high, that's right. And I don't care. Yeah, I'm happy to say, we effing told you so. So Mini Mike have got no Johnson, spine, or cojones, and the MAGA minions are saying we are not looking back at January 6th. We're moving forward. All this while they're talking about charging Liz Cheney because she sat on the January 6th committee. Benny Thompson, who was the chairperson, Adam Schiff. All of these people are getting escalated death threats because of these assholes that are getting more graphic and more, I'm going to say real, so that we won't weaponize the government like those Democrats did. The DOJ, Attorney General's Office, and the FBI are doing just that. Mini Mike says just a couple days after the American Putin was sworn in, who didn't put his hand on the 2 Bibles that Melania held out and swore to defend the Constitution of the United States of America, his Bible hand was down by his side with his fingers crossed that book didn't explode. Just saying. Mini Mike revived that investigation this week. It's only Tuesday of week 2. He revived it as part of an effort by the Mango Moose Knuckle and his allies to get revenge against his perceived enemies, especially those who played a role in investigating him. That's all the lawyers, all the prosecutors, everybody. Gonna have a dragnet happening here, especially those who played a role in investigating him and his role in the goings-on and Capitol attack. The good news about that is all those trials that he's bringing up now, everybody's going to go to trial to fight that, and they're all going to be in Washington, D.C. In all the bluster about Liz Cheney, a Trump lawyer who spoke to Cassidy Hutchinson, being paid by Trump, and was advising her to lie. Oh, just say you don't remember. Omission's a lie as well. Said that Liz Cheney talked to his witness without her lawyer present. It's pure and unadulterated horseshit. The witness, of course, is Cassidy Hutchinson. Now, she thought something was a little fishy when he was saying, like, basically, it's okay to lie, kid. Everybody does it. That type of thing, that's not his words, that's mine, but so she thought something was fishy, and because she looked up to Liz Cheney, she went to ask her for advice. And Cheney didn't give her really any advice. She basically said, you better get some counsel. So that's what she did. She went and hired her own lawyer. Now, Mini Mike must have had his ear defenders on, big earmuffs, when he heard those text messages, because apparently all his buddies, the perverts on the hill, were sending her explicit text messages. His accountability app, when he was hearing that stuff and reading it, his accountability app and his sons must have been friggin' tasing the arms right off of them. I'm just saying. He wants to squash the idea of subpoenaing Cassidy Hutchins now. But you know what? In a lawsuit, there's always two sides, so the Democrats can bring witnesses too. So apparently, she kept the messages. Not just some of them, not just one of them. She kept all of the messages. All of them. And they are graphic, and they are disgusting, and they are threats. And they were sexually explicit threats and tons of other filth. I believe Maggoty Traitor and Nancy Disgrace all of a sudden have got their old lips just sealed shut when it comes to somebody else. So these new tidbits, I don't hear anything out of their big faces, do you? So where's their outrage now about, women being attacked and all the rest? Where's their outrage now? You want to move forward, but you can't stop trashing LGBT people, all while giving these vile pigs, Pig's Head himself, who allegedly raped someone, and there's a police report, and Nancy Disgrace, as a female in the military who was allegedly SA'd, stays mum on the Fox Weekend Weirdo, but she goes after everybody else. She doesn't say anything about the Mango Moose Knuckle and his being liable for SA. She doesn't say anything. Oh no, she fights that, and then she goes off on the friggin' interviewer saying that they're making her feel bad about her experience. So how about the other fella, this Ross Ulbricht? He got a full and unconditional pardon for running the largest drug trafficking ring on the dark web. The largest. That's a big old dark web, from what I hear. I'm not going down there. Where tons of heroin and cocaine was distributed, bought, and sold. Tons. They also had gun runners, mercenaries, and child and women sex traffickers on there buying and selling people. He was found guilty and sentenced to an Ultramax, like a super security prison, for the rest of his life, so he would never be allowed near the internet again. But on January 21st at 7:12 p.m., Trump put this out on his failing lion rag there that he's got. I just called the mother of Ross Ulbricht to let her know that in honor of her and her libertarian movement, which supported me strongly, it was my pleasure to have just signed a full and unconditional pardon of her son, Ross. The scum that worked to convict him were some of the worst lunatics who were involved in the modern day weaponization of government against me. He was given 2 life sentences plus 40 years. Ridiculous. No, asswipe. What's ridiculous is the number of women and children that were bought and sold on that website. What if it was your granddaughter? Good old Silk Road, he called it. Sounds kind of erotic. Well, no, that's a bad word for it. The sheer amount of drugs that were bought through Sweet Little Rossi Silk Road were off the chain. Crazy. Oh, and they're worried about women and children. They're always on about the migrants, oh, get them out of here. They're raping women and all the rest of the stuff. Well, some of the pedos that Maggoty Traitor talks about are the same ones that she was in the jail cell with her and the Handjob Harlett there high-fiving these guys and singing songs and dancing with them. Yeah, some of those pedos. None of them, oddly enough, were in the trans community or drag queens or LGBT people. No, they were just pigs. They were just pigs that lure women and children. So every time her and her magas open their lying for Jesus mouths, they don't say shit about this asshole or the pedos that Trump also pardoned in the January 6th. Apparently 6 of them had sexual offenses on their records. And we'll just take it case by case. Oh, no, you fucking didn't, Pam Bondi. You didn't. You didn't. Trump just gave his fuck it, pardon them all executive order because he's lazy and because he did not read any of the charges. And you guys just fell on your knee pads and slurped that shit up like it was spaghetti and are just as complicit as he is, because you know what? You're staying quiet about it. And when Ross Ulbricht reoffends, and he will, that's on all you MAGA fucking assholes. That's on you. You thought Laken Riley was bad? Laken Riley was an atrocity and one of the worst things that could happen to a woman, somebody's daughter, sister. But let that fucking guy out of prison is just like inviting Hannibal Lecter to dine with Trump. But anyway, or how about letting, it would be as bad as letting Jeffrey Epstein run a teen pageant. Oh, wait. That was Donald John Trump, the pageant inspector. So yeah, next time you want to talk about the LGBT or trans community or drag queens being pedos, think of these fucking guys here. Pardon my French today, but this pissed me off so much. Anyway, 9 loves you. Be good, be safe. Please take care of you first. And I'm going to go through, oh, Lord, the other, I don't know, I think there was like 37 different things that are passed right now. Like all federal grants are canceled to everybody until further notice. We'll get into that later on. 9 loves you. Be good, be safe. Mwah. Please take care of you first. Ooh, love you.